Welcome to the internet. This is a good way to scare off the very first guy who accidentally clicked on this video and he says, no, not gonna watch this nonsense. Well, then you're gonna miss out on some more nonsense. Today, low energy, guys. I have a little bit of a headache. Not complaining, kind of do, but you need to know what awaits you, and what awaits you is me speaking worse, probably. That's what I feel. So I will mix up some more words. I'm excited to model this guy here, but on days like this I know that speaking is even harder, and so I'm telling you what you're gonna get today. Anyways, let's get started. What we're gonna do before we start modeling our power supply, we need a switch on the power supply here, and we're gonna change this area here too. Before we do that, I realized that sometimes when I need to grab my whole objects here and put it into my thumbnail environment, I realized that everything follows CD, or almost everything follows a CD or DVD device. Which is a mistake. I want every object to follow my PC. When I grab my PC tower, I want all these objects which currently not moving, they shall follow my PC tower. And so we need to cancel the parent setup first. It's like that. Sometimes when you want to make an object follow the other object, you can kind of stick those both. You can kind of stick two different objects together, and one of the object is considered the parent, which will lead the other objects like this. So right now, for some reason, our DVD device is the parent, and the other objects are the child's or children's, and they follow the DVD ROM, and we don't want to have that. So we're going to right click here and we're going to say parent, and then we say clear parent. So I hope this didn't do the trick. Okay, it's like that. The objects which I follow, they need to be cancelled. So I believe right now when we move our DVD device, G grabbing and moving the DVD device, we need to say click on the tower, PC tower, and we do have to do the same thing, right click and say parent, clear parent. So let's see this. See, our DVD tower is not following anymore. Good. Then the only thing I would like to follow, okay, so I think we have to clear, okay, this one here, right click, clear parent. There is even an shortcut here. What else do we have? This guy here probably too. Right click, parent, clear parent. So what else follows that nonsense here? Almost graphic card. It's only a metal thing. So this one too, parent, clear parents. So now only, yeah, okay, this is fine. So we're gonna select now everything we would like to follow. Every object which is loose, we select because we want it to follow the main PC tower. Okay, let's do that. So we selected every object which we want to follow the PC tower first, and the last selected object is the PC tower itself. And now we're gonna press Ctrl P and object keep transform. So let's see, when we grab the PC tower, you can see almost every object follows except the placeholder and my ego here. Same principle, selecting those guys first, then the PC tower, Ctrl P. Okay, good. I think this is the major thing I wanted to do, because it was kind of annoying when I put the whole thing into my thumbnail environment, and I really wanted to show you this too. Yeah, so I did. Okay, let's save here. And now we can focus. I would say we're gonna start with the power supply. We need a power switch button, so let's do hide everything else. And we're gonna... did I mention this is just a practice video, not a tutorial? I mean, I'm explaining stuff here and there, but keep that in mind. I'm practicing. So we need an area where we're gonna use a power supply button, a switch. Okay, so like this one here. How do we do that? Yeah, I would say, let me just see how that looks when I'm... this is currently this one. So should we create a new... let's just create a new one. New material. I didn't even create a new material. New, and let this one has to be black. So it looks already a little bit better. Now we're gonna press I for insert faces. And is this a good position for a power supply? I don't think so. I mean, it's not so bad, but it's not too bad. But maybe it's gonna be better. Wait, maybe we can just subdivide that. So here in this area. I think this is a good position. We're gonna use that I for insert faces, and then we're gonna just make a decision for a size. And I believe I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's press I again. Ooh, what the heck? No. Let's press I again. And what do we do? Extrude. Yeah. And I believe this one here is Control B. Is this a good idea? Not so sure. Gonna undo certain steps. Maybe more like this one here. Maybe. Maybe. I try to remember how this thing looks. It goes out kind of like this. I get it. I get it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's a good approach. It's not a thing, but it's not. Well, I think I get it. I get it now. Okay, let's do this again. Here and there. So let's go a little bit inside. I extrude, and this I for insert faces. Sorry, let's undo this quickly. I insert faces. Left click apply. E extrude to the inside. Something like that. I am doing it again. Sorry. Squeezing this guy down first. So, okay, I for extrude, left click apply. No, I for insert faces, left click apply. E for extrude to the inside. No, nonsense. Here. E for extrude into the inside. I for insert faces and E to extrude to the outside. Good. Now we can change only this. We can. What is that called again? Edge. Yeah. So let's see. Is this how stuff looks like? Kind of. I mean, we do not need to be super accurate. Just believable, you know? Just believable. Now, if you want to be accurate, today I was looking for all pictures. Sometimes when I clean my PC, this is not too bad. Then I take pictures before I plug out certain cables, you know, because it's just easier when you afterwards, after cleaning your whole your PC's parts, you know, graphic cards and stuff, and sometimes you take out a cable, or you're not so sure in which direction your fan was blowing. It's good to take some pictures with your camera, with your phone or something. But I couldn't find anything to look exactly behind my PC. My second PC currently is not here, so long story short, have no good reference. And if you would have a great reference, a picture, or even you know, a reference, then we can create a really accurate model. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Mr. Lucas, that's what you say. So we're gonna, yeah, that's not too bad. We should maybe I wonder if we should make an O here and one there. With the text, or if we just should do something else instead. First, I would like to change this one here a little bit. The extrude. Yeah. Okay, this looks okay. It's not the best, you know. Control B to make the edges a little bit thicker, and then yeah, good. Then this one, we're gonna use this material again. Yeah, maybe it has to be brighter. No. I mean, the problem is, of course, it's or not. It's not a problem. It's just we don't really see a huge difference. Let's make insert faces and give it a white material. Important is that when we see that in an animation, that it looks like, okay, this is the switch for the power supply, and then this would be a good enough thing. Yes, I warned you. No, that's good. I'm satisfied with that. We have no numbers here, but you know, like I said, let's not go too crazy on details. Details! We don't like details. It's true, no one likes details. No one. So, what do we do with that one here? What is it actually? Oh, another detail. Another detail. So let's see. Is good? Maybe. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. So, well, I found some pictures, but they are bad pictures. I cannot see the whole thing here. Just a little area of that. You know. The sad thing is, I know my PC is right next to me, but it's so close to the wall, and I don't wanna plug out all those cables. So I could actually access a good reference, but I'm too lazy for that. And I cleaned my PC like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something. So I did this, but I forgot to take pictures from behind, like super well pictures. So anyway, I can Google it again, sure. That I could do. Yeah, I think we also last time, I want to change this here because we applied the mirror modifier, and I realized that, wait, I don't like that much. So I want to have like only one top face thing, whatever this is. So this is material 23, okay. Stuff like this we later do not need. We can get rid of that actually, but let's keep it for now. It's okay. So I for insert faces again. Then we get rid of this one here. So and apply 23. Good. It has not the same effect because we need to say right click and we're gonna say, let's say unwrap just for now. How does this look? Okay, let's say unwrap cube projection, cube protection. For the cubes, that's an organization who's dedicated to protect the default cubes. Yeah, they actually need that. So many default cubes getting deleted without any reason. Yeah, so we need a cube protection organization. The Cube Protection Organization was established. Right, this is not how I like that. Let's focus before I continue. Stupid jokes. We need to make this a little bit nicer. I really do not like it. Why do I not see anything? Ah, here. This one. Okay. So. Okay, let's deactivate it again. It's a good way because, you know, sometimes you would like to change this area. So what we basically did, I selected this area here. So this is this one here. But in the presentation on the right side here, the selection color actually, you know, distracts us so much from the. We don't see the texture, that's what I'm trying to say. So we can disable this button here and now we can see everything. We can still, you know, change that. But the only difference is we see it better now. So let's make this just a little bit simpler. I mean, right now we're just using the other texture, but if we are happy with this one, we could actually take a picture of this cutout with the rendered picture, and then we would have an accurate bump, or just create a completely new one. It's also fun, fine. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. Let's unwrap that quickly. Yeah, but maybe now we should use this one here. Even better, I think. Which one is that? Also, this is 63. Okay, so we're gonna share or making like that. Let's jump to the 63 material property. This one, do we need that actually? Yeah, maybe. So we're gonna just copy the whole setup here, the whole node setup, and let's jump back to 23, and we're gonna paste that, and now we're gonna use this one instead. Okay, but the properties of this material is differently, so we need to change the blend mode to alpha clip. And I just realized that we do not need bump. That was a mistake, not a problem. So we're gonna use here, this goes into the alpha. Bump we do not need at all. And let's see what happens now. Doesn't work. Okay, obviously that's what we expect. Why does it not work? Let me just think for a second. What's the problem? I think last time it was the whole thing here. So let's just do it like that. And here we go. How does it look? Awful. Great. That's what we want to see. Can we do something about that? Yeah. Yeah. Let me try something again. Oh, it works. That's good. I don't know why it didn't work last time. Ah, maybe it doesn't work with the alpha. Ah, that's okay. That's interesting. So if you want to make that work, to use the color ramp when using the alpha areas of a texture or whatever this is, I mean PNG file, you know, I'm saying sometimes like the professional words, but I'm not sure if they are the accurate description. Anyway, so if we want to make that use the alpha value of this, of the bump 14, then we have to use this alpha, goes into the effector, and then we have to use the color goes into the alpha. That's so weird, but that's what it is, I guess. Saying this in terms, you know, maybe I will forget that one so I can watch my own video. I doubt that I will find the right part then, but I mean, you will know then. Okay. La la la. La la la. So, how does this look? This again. Nope. Oh man. No, the problem is here. In order, I said this from time to time, in order that you see the big mouse, I need to have the magnifier, the Windows magnifier turned on. You're doing that control with pressing the Windows key and the numpad plus key, and it works fine. You see a big mouse when you see the mouse. That's good, but the problem is it also screws a little bit around with the sensitivity of Blender itself. So when I try to make this bigger here, sometimes when the mouse goes, if sometimes it just jumps and makes it super big. So it's a little bit hard to adjust that. Not a problem, it's not something that bothers me much, just something you need to know, I think. So anyway, how does this look? It looks kind of good, but at the same time we don't need that actually. Let's go back to the other thing. The thing is, yeah, I mean it's actually it's better on the one hand, but I'm not sure if we need that. If we need to have those spaces. Anyway, let's just. Okay, I don't know. I have to see. First of all, let's make another rim. I'm gonna I for insert faces and plus control plus, and then this one we deselect. So the rim we're gonna make black. It's easy to do it in this way. This one maybe, huh? A little bit too black. This one is better. Yeah. Okay, and we need a little bit of depth. Extrude, just slightly, so that it looks a little bit like yeah, whatever. Yeah, so we can actually change this in here. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's say we're gonna unwrap this or whatever, like in this way, and so now we're gonna change those values. It's just better. The problem is sometimes when you change the shape of it in the UV editing, I mean it works, and you can scale it up and down. You can make it bigger or tinier. Problem is if you unwrap that at some point accidentally, like when you just say unwrap, it jumps back to his original unwrap thing, and when and that can be annoying sometimes. So but if you change those values here, if you set up UV, then it goes into the mapping. If you change the mapping points itself of this texture, then you can always unwrap it, and it will keep the size you adjusted here in the mapping. So that's just better in terms. It's just better. Obviously, you can change those. You can make this look nice, dandy, and let's see. And when you are happy with that, let's make maybe 5 is good. No, let's maybe 3. So when you're happy with this setup here, you can always select this area here and say unwrap, and it will not change the original thing. So that's good. However, I'm wondering if I could... Oh, let's just experiment a little bit with the... Yeah, let's just experiment a little bit with the alpha clip thing. So I would say we're gonna change this here to alpha blend. I'm just curious how this will look like. Okay, we have now alpha blend. Because we wanna be able to look a little bit through it, but at the same time it's pretty dense, so it shouldn't be too... the holes shouldn't be too big. That's maybe not too bad. Also, this should be, I think it's metallic looking like. Is it metallic? It is. More shiny maybe. Maybe too rough. If it's too shiny, I mean here in the Eve, you know, it looks a little bit weird. Maybe combine this thing with a bump, with the bump effect. So I would say the color, we need another color ramp, just duplicating this guy here. I don't want to use the same color ramp for both. You could do it, but right now I just don't want to use that. Let's see if we can get more details when we put here with the bump. Do we see any difference in here? If not, then we don't really need to use the, you see a little bit of reflection here going on because of the bump. So let's play around with the roughness. See, this is what I mean. Now it looks a little bit more like the grid, you know. But it's good. I think it's okay. Shall we check this out, how this looks in cycle render? Cycle. I think that looks okay. Let's render it just for fun. Render this in cycle, and recording can sometimes be an issue, so then Blender is a little bit unstable. In general, Blender is extremely stable. That is really surprising to me. It's incredible stable. If I think, hey, this doesn't look too bad. It looks definitely better than before. I like it better. So I'm very, I used, when I started to record my Let's Plays, check out my Let's Play channel, somewhere here on this channel, I used Adobe Premiere to cut my videos and stuff, and I was terrified, surprised how unstable Adobe Premiere can be compared to Blender. I mean, they are two different programs in one way, but you can also cut your videos with Blender too, in a really good way. It's the best. I really think it must be the best free alternative to Adobe Premiere. It looks complicated, but it's incredible what you can do with this program. Anyway, I was extremely disappointed on how unstable Adobe Premiere worked on my system. At least I can only talk from my experience on my system, but it's a good system, and shockingly shocked I was, often that it crashed, by minor tasks. So I'm not a huge fan of Adobe, I have to say, and it's also extremely expensive, especially if for normal people. They should really work, change the Anyway, it's my personal opinion. So if you like Adobe Premiere, it's not a bad program. I can do a lot of things. Well, I wasn't so happy. I just thought for that price model, it doesn't run stable enough. This is my honest opinion on that. I'm sorry. This is what I think about that. It's a good program, but for how expensive it is, it should run a lot better. A lot better. Anyway, saving here in between, so we have a switch, that's good. We have a new, what is this called? What is this even called in the German language? I don't know. An air grid, something like that. If you know how this is called and you will help me out, you can just write me a comment if you would. No, you have to, not if you want. I'm not even giving you a choice. Tell me what's that called. Okay. Next one is, let me open my reference pictures, my own reference pictures, picture. Gonna pause here. Ta-da! This one I can also show you because it's my picture. This is the best one I found today. I was checking, you know, going through the old backup image, you know, picture backups, and then I found this and I thought, okay, let's use that. You can see it's not so accurate, but here we're gonna make those guys here. Maybe this one. Nah. Yeah. Yeah. And here the graphic card should actually look like that more. Yeah. Anyway, let's do something like that. Approximately here we want to have some little holes, or for the cable stuff, right? So I would say, is this maybe if we go. Can we make this, yeah, let's make an, what do I always say, symmetric, symmetric? Is a word, symmetric? Maybe. A square is always symmetrical, I believe. A quarter, maybe not. You can happen with that too if you want. Probably in 5 years somebody watches the video and then I'm getting my answer. Yeah, it could happen in 5 years. Individual origins. Now what the heck am I doing here? We're gonna turn on this one here. Edge length. No, nonsense. Lucas. Yes. This one here. I turned on edge angle. That's also probably helpful. Never really used that. I never really had a use for that. But it's for sure helpful for something. Or yeah, someday I will need that. Okay, let's make it. What do I aim for? 7. We aim for 0.7. And I believe technically, if we go into the, you know, millimeter, I think we are not 100% accurate with this method. I think there's in the detail, well, when it comes to the really small numbers like you know, millimeter, which Blender also offers, you can go pretty tiny in Blender too. Then I think we're not completely symmetrical, but here we again, you know, it's really depending on how. I mean, it's a practice object. That's what it is. So we are fine. Even if it would be not a practice object, if this would be like a game asset, maybe it could work. I think those details we should replace with a bump effect. That would be completely sufficient. Yesterday I made a cool round bump effect for my spaceship. But in general, I think it could work. But it has, I think, yeah, too many details already for games, I would say, I would think. I'm not sure. I've never worked for a gaming company, but from what I've seen so far when I watch tutorials and such, I could imagine that I'm right about that. Okay, what do we do now? Oh yeah, exactly, we're gonna, well, we need more than that, right? We need like 3. 1, 2, 3. We need 3 holes. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, we have to. I forgot about that. I was for some reason just thinking we need 1 hole. No, we need 3 holes. That's what it is. Actually, we need 6. 3 here and 3 there. Yeah, for the sound card plugins, you know, for the stuff here. Okay, let's focus on that. Should be easy. Let's see. Can we get rid of those stuff? Yes, we can, but we need to change something. Okay, let's just invert. Control I is always inverting stuff. Then also, over the weekend, I practiced a little bit of sculpting, which is also interesting, and I believe it's not really hard, but you need a lot of practice. So I think you can create something very fast if you are used to Blender, by just, you know, squeezing here and there stuff, and so that's easy. But if you want to do it professional, this is a different thing. Then you need to practice, like, so. You know, all I'm saying is I believe you can produce quick results, or you can sculpt and then produce probably quick results very easy if you want, but they're gonna be good enough. So, but if you want to sell those stuff, then you need to work on that. Like, oh boy, there's a lot of, you know, going professional, you need a lot of time, I think. Practice time to get really good at this. Yeah, but it's just very interesting. Blender is extremely, it's incredible. It's really incredible how much you can do with that program. We have to change that. I wanna change the positions of the line here. I wanna change the edge position on the Z-axis, I believe, but we cannot. When I press S for scale and then I believe Z, yeah, then nothing happens, right? So we have to change this option here. We say bounding box center, whatever this means. S and Z, and now we can change the position. See, sometimes you have to, like I said, in other parts. Play around with those options if you want to change stuff. If you want to change stuff, we need those new edges, because we cannot. We don't want to have those vertices in here for our purpose. So we're gonna have to separate this once. Loop cutting it like this, and now we need like 3 areas, so we need like 3 loop cuts from above, or 3 fields. That's better. That's 3 fields. We're gonna apply that, and now we need to insert faces 6 times. I for insert face. Oh wait, we're gonna do it in this way. It worked. Let's test this out. Yeah. Again, if you want to insert faces all at once, so I selected all at once. When I press I and I want to do that, it doesn't work. So a better way is to select every second one. So you can then insert faces multiple times, pressing I, scaling them down to whatever size you would like to have, applying it, and then, very important, copy this value. And now we're going to select the other faces. I, insert faces, whatever you want to choose. It's not important, because we're going to paste the copied value into that, and now we have 6 perfectly symmetrical, or identical, not symmetrical, identical faces. Yes, that's what we have. And now we can individually, and speaking of individually, we have to change to this option here. Now we can, change them individually. I would say we're gonna make them better, symmetrical. So let's say 7. We're gonna aim today for 7. Sometimes it's like really. Let's go closer. Unbelievable. Cannot reach 7. I always cannot. Let's go closer. Yes, I can do it. So I really think that getting closer thing helps. Okay, now we have perfectly symmetrical individual squares. Is this correct? Probably. Hopefully. Hopefully. I think so. Maybe. Yeah. Looks good. Okay, we're saving. Again, we need I to extrude. We need I to insert faces again, and those faces now they become awesome. They become round. They will become round. So the size doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, at least in Blender. So funny. Yeah, I know, guess I know. Okay, so we insert those faces, right click, subdivide, because they are gonna be very small. Let's go with 6. And now we're gonna go to mesh, transform. This is the best. So satisfying, so satisfying. Satisfying. So to sphere. Then look at that. So X, delete the X-Men, dissolve faces. Scaling bigger, tiny, you know what, it's fine actually like that. Let's go outside, because they have a little bit, they come a little bit out, right? We can already, I would say we're gonna give them a new group. Let's call them audio bubbles. Bubbles. So that's good. That's a good name. Right click, smooth, because they're gonna be smooth. Those faces, inner faces. Now we're gonna select those guys here, and I for insert faces. Good. And extrude into the inside. What we have is now, look at that. Isn't that not the best thing you've ever seen in your life? Yes, it is. Absolutely is. We can even go more detailed if we select those guys and we say E for extrude and gonna put them inside and scaling them down a little bit. It looks actually a little bit better. I mean, they look weird because they're not very detailed. They would, wrong side. Well, this was a mistake, but it's solvable. It's not a big problem actually. Hey, maybe that's a good way. This is a good thing maybe. Yeah, this is a good thing. And make them like this one here. Putting them out. Maybe I like this even better. No, I don't like this even better. Let's just dissolve that. Let's do that thing again. Yeah, depending on how much I keep saying that, because I'm so proud of this thing. On how much we subdivided the face before making it round determines how detailed squares will be, right? So we're gonna need to do this again. We cannot overwrite that, so that's also a reason that I'm creating rather a new group, because you cannot just apply that or assign that for some reason. I figured this out. Maybe it works meanwhile, I do not know, but last time it didn't. So audio bubbles. Bubble. So maybe like this time. Okay, assign. Does it work? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Select. Move. So. Although. Maybe we should already go a little bit inside, right? Yeah. Okay. So. Bigger. Extrude. S for scaling it down, making them smaller. Extrude backwards. Is good? No, I don't like that. What do I do wrong? I know. Okay, sorry, we're gonna do this again. Again, guys, I'm a little bit, lower energy today. It's not different to any other day I record. I always have the same excuse, but it's still a weird thing explaining stuff in Blender. It's still a challenge to me. It's always gonna be a challenge. It's never gonna change. But it helps me to talk about that. Okay, now we're gonna press again I for insert faces, like, and maybe like this one, and then E for extrude, And now I insert faces. I need to extrude into the inside. Yeah, that looks good. So you see a little bit, it looks here a little bit glitchy and so on. Maybe we can solve that by a way to well, let me just try something. I would like to hide that. Ah, we can do it like that. Okay, that's fine too. So let's experiment with that. I don't think that makes sense to make this one flat. No. This does make sense. So what could we do? Let me just think for a second. Maybe do that. Okay, we're only selecting the rim here. We're gonna use Bevel, Control B. It looks better. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's not necessary. No, maybe not. Okay, let's make it differently. Let's say the inner side will be flat. Okay. Also, we don't actually see that. See how this looks anyways. Yeah, I mean, what am I concerned about? So here's the thing. We can make some, we could use some bevel, or actually, I mean, if I do it like that, for example, I'm just gonna show you that. So Control B. Maybe even, see, you can slightly adjust this a little bit. Until the point where it's more detailed, so although I'm not going to do a great job, but also keep in mind it's not we have not a perfect cycle. If you want to make it more, give it more detail, we have to subdivide it more, 10, maybe even 20 times if you really go close to those things. If you want to go with your camera up close and make a render, then we have to subdivide it probably 20 times before making it to a cycle. And then bevel here for the edges. And I think we can really make a super detailed audio bubble. Yeah, this should be the right word for that. But in our case, again, not necessary. So, okay. So we're gonna use different colors. There would be a good way to, this is something I got, there is a guy on YouTube. Really, Lucas, please tell me more. There is a guy on YouTube. Yeah, there is a guy on YouTube, a Blender guy, who makes like 10 minutes videos of Blender. I like him. I'm not watching much because usually I'm busy with my stuff, but he has a good idea when it comes, he uses basically a texture with different colors, and then he just changes the position. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna just get my self-made texture. I made kind of a texture like he did. It's not perfect, but we can use that to save some material points here and there, because they will all have the same material. Okay, let me just set this up quickly because I have to see where this actually is. Okay, I picked it here, and this is my self-created texture. I made this in Photoshop. It's not perfect, but it's sufficient. But I cannot even zoom in. Here we go. So this is the idea. Oh man, yeah. Okay, again, this is the stupid magnifier, Windows magnifier. This is the reason when I tried to show you that. So I created this guy here. I think this is from Windows. With GIMP Photoshop, very basic, and here I experimented a little bit, so we're gonna use that. But this idea is not it's not my idea. This is the guy, on the internet. Boy, you know, I shouldn't even be allowed to talk right now. Anyway, what have I done here, by the way? I changed the whole thing. Well, this is not necessary. Oh boy, what have I done? What have I done? Done. Here we go. Is the right thing? Or was it that? Oh, this is also interesting looking, but it's the wrong one. What is that? Wrong probably. Metallic. Ooh la la. No, I don't remember which material we have used, but I think there was the black one here. Hope so. Something tells me it was darker. Oh crap. I don't think no, it was not bump. It was without any rim, maybe. No. Not that it's really, you know, a big thing. I just wonder. Oh, let's use that. I think this is more metallic. Yeah, it's more metallic. What is it sharing? What is this share? Do we share? Ah, here. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna use that. Okay, so we have that one here. Let's see my referent image. Oh, there is no metallic. It's all this plastic. Okay, well, good. Let's make a shiny plastic. We're gonna use this option here. Select, and now we're gonna create a new material. Ah, now I'm getting it. This was the original. I just changed that to. I see. Well, just copy this one here. Oh wait, we can actually use that. No, we don't. We can delete this one here. And we're just gonna use that. This is our bubble, audio bubble. Bubbles. So great, and here the metallic is completely up. You know what? Let's make the metallic here also completely up. Yeah, I mean we can adjust this later too, so not a big deal actually. Okay, so yeah, wait, we can also color select in case you didn't know that. Color select. Deselect. Yeah, for that you have to assign the face first. Okay, but I'm gonna show you this quickly here. If you select those guys, there's also another way. Control numpad plus key once, twice. So in this way, we can assign them to this one here. And now when we say select, it always selects the colors, you know, the faces which use this material. But be careful, sometimes this material might share other faces with it, and then you change stuff you might not want to change. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this is not metallic then. This is gonna be plastic. Oh, this I don't want to change. What was the default thing for that? 0, it's always 0, okay. You can also press right click on default, but sometimes the default is not really the default. So yeah, okay, yeah, white. So, and here we have now the advantage that we have, this is one texture, right? So we are using this texture, bunte Farben. This is like colorful colors or something. I don't know what way I named it like that. It doesn't really matter. And we can go into the UV editing. Oh, yeah, and make this one here bigger. So activate that. Okay, currently they are all white because we need to unwrap them, so let's do that. Let's just unwrap this like this. Ah, doesn't look so good. Let's unwrap it. Cube. Ah, this is better. This is better looking. Just you can just see it better. Select them all, and you can see they all look weird. But what we're gonna do now is we just use certain things, making it smaller, and then we're gonna put them over the color position we would like to use. I just realized there's a little bit of a problem going on. Maybe we need to sphere project. Let's see how this works. What's the problem? We're gonna figure this out. Cylinder, maybe. Is this working better? Not as a problem. I know what we could do if it doesn't work like that. Oh yeah, this works. Well, important is that we have, see, now this is a completely blue thing, that's good. We could also just select one by one, you know, and then decide, see which one is selected here, this one here, and then we can just, you know, drag this to the other color. This one is green now, and it has the same material, so this is just a brilliant idea sometimes. The only problem is you cannot do it with, I mean, you need still different materials depending if you want to have a metallic look like, you know. This is right now, everything is plastic looking like. Anyway, but I hope you get the idea. Which again was not mine. But it's brilliant. Brilliant. So, this one here. What color do we use? Yellow. Now this is orange. Yellow. Here we go. And then we have, it's actually kind of satisfying, you know? It's very often very satisfying in Blender. And this one here, what do we use? Black. Yeah. Red, we need a red one. I'm not following exactly the order, because why should we do that? It's not that this is a rule or something. Yeah, red. And what else could we need? Pink. Let's use pink. Pink man. You may know what I mean. Here we go. Isn't that not look nice looking? Yes, it is. So, wonder. Yeah, we could actually here the inside. We can either go rid of that completely, but I decide to just use a black material so that it gives the impression of depth, and we make it smaller, or let's go deeper inside. I just don't want to see that. Maybe this is better. No, this is worse. Maybe like this one here. Yeah, but we have to make this one black too. And that looks good. Okay, great. Here we go. We could actually, it's not needed to do it in this way, that it looks like that, you know, but yeah, fine. No. Good, what else do we need? We need a LAN cable, a LAN adapter, or no, a LAN slot. LAN is important. I do not know why sometimes when people are having a gaming PC and they use for playing online games Wi-Fi, I think just, I mean, man, if you're a gamer you should really know better. I mean, some of your friends should tell you that this is not a good idea. Wi-Fi will always be worse, and no matter how great it is, because, well, there's more interference than using a cable. I mean, maybe not, maybe this rule will change. I mean, there's always like an invention and then suddenly the rules do not apply anymore. Like, for example, it was a long time a good thing to defragment your hard drive, but SSDs, you know, you don't want to defragment SSD. That just doesn't make any sense anymore. So that has changed. Okay, I think also a rule for myself is shut the fuck. No, a rule for myself is to extrude first to the outside if we want to have the impression of depth. So like this. And let's give this also, we can share this material. This is a good thing about that. And select, now let's unwrap this quickly. I just want to see roughly where this is going to be. Looks like a Lego thing right now. That's fine. We're gonna eye for, oh boy, no. I for insert faces, and let's go to the inside. Is this looking like a LAN? No, not at all. I don't see my LAN thing anyways. So the LAN thing is more, yeah, maybe we cannot use the same material because we have like a plastic looking like, but it's it's transparent, so we need a transparent plastic model. This is already not too bad. Yeah, that's better. More roughness. Good. Maybe a subsurface as well. Maybe this visible. Too much. Okay. Extrude inside smaller. It's not too bad. And we have always, I mean, this is coming from the cable itself. But we need, maybe we should make this smooth. Don't think it'll look good. Yeah, because smooth, if you only have like a rough cube or something, it never really looks good. But let's see when we use Control B. Bevel here. Control B, a bevel there. Oh wait, we selected those guys here. Control B. Oh, it still looks like shit. This one face. Yeah, this is completely nonsense what I'm doing right now. Too many details on such a small object and it doesn't even look good. So, dragging this guy out. Maybe like this. No, like I say, I don't really see it well here on my picture right now. I can actually show you this. This is my reference right now. You see I don't really see much. I think this is the most of this you see is the cable. So yeah. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Let's make it like that. Maybe like, let's try something. Let's see how this looks. Maybe good, but we have it smooth. Let's make it flat again. And let's make this one here red. Oh, not everything red. This one black. No. Here we don't need to be. Oh yeah. That looks good. So Control B. We still, you know, when we use the bevel, I think it's still set up for 2 times. Make 1. Okay. I don't like here too. We're gonna use a bevel. I think that's okay. We gotta leave it like that. It's not gonna get any better. USB stuff we need. USB. So I believe because they are looking, I mean the proportions, you know, might not be 100%. That's okay. So I think that this would be a USB, right? Is a USB even bigger? It's not that big. Maybe a USB is, yeah. Oh no, we can use it actually. Okay, let's make, this will be a USB. Oops. This soft edges and yep. What am I doing? Yeah. Is this correct? Yeah, I think that's okay. So this could become a USB. like free USB, dip, dip, dip. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I would say same principle. Here I would say we're gonna activate it like that, or selecting it like that. I insert faces. Sometimes I say the right things and sometimes I just don't. What can I do? Nothing. I can do nothing. Oh wait. So I for insert faces, deciding for a scale, choosing a scale. I mean, copying the value, then selecting those, and I insert faces, pasting the value from the first time. So we need to get rid of those things here. Selecting those guys. Individuals is still active, so scaling on the X, not on the Y. Making it more. I just see there's another one. And there's another one. Saving in between. Dip, dip, dip. Maybe we need to I for. Yeah, let's make another. Just in case if we screw up something, it's easier to solve that if we have another insert face. Okay, S for scale, and on the Y-axis, I believe. So USB is like this one here. USB. The B is the German pronunciation. Well, they're a little bit too small, I just realized, so we're gonna make them bigger. Big as we can. So and now we're gonna scale them like this. We have to kind of make them smaller here because we need the. Yeah, that's okay. Because a USB stick needs. Probably they're still too small. It's okay. Let's not be too crazy on that. E for extrude on the outside. Let's try Control B. Yeah, and then selecting these things here. E for extrude, go onto the inside, small. Sorry. Selected those faces. We're gonna press I for insert face, making this smaller. And now E to extrude inside. I don't like it because I think it's nonsense. Yeah, it's way too far out. And we don't need a bevel here. Yeah, so first of all, I mean this we could have changed later too, but you know. Yeah, so I for insert faces. And then this one here. This is how that looks. Let's get this guy a little bit, making it more metallic looking, like. Yeah, see, you can imagine how important a reference picture is. I believe I see something better on the piggle. Oh yeah, that might be even better. Yeah, I think the proportions are correct. I think they are too big compared to the USB sticks, but fine. But here I didn't have any problems so far. I wasn't so concerned about that the size, I see. Well, and that should actually be the same size as here. However, it's okay. Let's just test this out. Set origin to geometry. Origin to geometry. Here we go. No. Never really know which side I should change. At this one here. Okay, 180 degrees should be fine. Then just comparing the size. So maybe this one. Great, 90 degree. Hey, maybe it's not so bad. Yeah, you see, it's not the same size. But for some reason I got pretty close to the original, to the other thing. So that's weird in a way and good. It's not right, you know. Again, the proportion, something I should consider next time to make it more realistic. But important is that our practice model, see, I mentioned practice model, is good. And this is something we could do better. So that's also good. We know we could do it better, but we don't have to. We really don't have to. It's already good enough. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Is this also? No, it's not duplicated. If you duplicate stuff, it would. If I would have duplicated this guy here. So right now you can see it follows the PC tower. Our USB stick is following our PC tower. So if we duplicate it with Shift and D, with Shift and D, you can see it shares the values what we set up. So including that it is following the tower. If we say Control and C, and then we're gonna paste another one into the scene, and we're gonna grab this guy, so it's not following it. If you Control C, copy it and paste it, it's a new object with new individual properties. Shift D is really duplicating everything. The material is shared with the original, and also the properties is shared. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, or be screwed. So we can. And now we have here an not so black. Completely black is not that great because it's super well. It swallows shadows and stuff, so you don't see it well in Eve, at least. I think so. Okay. So dark is very good, but not completely. Except if you, of course, for the universe, then it's perfect. So we make this move. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, you see, because it's moved, the edge is not great, but this we could solve with the bevel. Yeah. Keep saying that, I always make just a worse example, but it's okay. Although black and black is not so good because you can't really see much of a difference, so maybe this one should be, let's see, blue. Yeah, that looks like a USB stick. Okay, what else do we need? We have this one here, that one, and then there are always some things. Usually you have some additional holes, which you never know what they are good for. So, yeah, let's say we are gonna make something here. No, that's not it, that's too tiny. So let's make a flat thing. Wait. This size here too. And this one we're gonna make flat on the what am I doing? Z axis, like this one. Okay. Maybe a little bit less flat first. Extrude, and then static looking like, and Yeah, the metallic here is not good for our purpose, but what about this one here? Yeah, that's good. Okay. I think I just overdo it with the extruding, dragging it out too much. Oh, this is all. Oh, this would be also a good option. Ah. Yeah. What is that for? I don't know, but there's always something you don't never really know what that is good for. Okay. Control B. Great. So. This solve edges. Like this here. Saving between, so always Control S, saving your progress. Okay. So I just try to make a little bit thing here. Yeah, no, I gave up on explaining stuff here. I don't want to make those guys round. They should be round actually, but I don't want to have too many details in here. Oh, individuals. So this is a good thing though. Let's dissolve that, guys, because I really need crap, I think we need to make it good. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Can make it, okay, let's use this one. What the heck am I now? Oh, what the heck just happened? Okay, so this one here. Maybe we can say 737. Oh no, it's 7-4. Ah, crap! I changed it, I believe. Anyway, so 754. Yeah, making it bigger. I for insert face. Good. Extrude, dragging this guy out. Let's see, bevel. Can I show you something? What the hell? Ah, maybe this is just a look. Okay, it just looked weird, but it's fine. Let's go back to this menu. Maybe might be better. Yeah. So I see just more. This one. Good. Control B. So it should look just a little bit round, not perfect, you know, just a little bit. Okay, but let's undo that. Need to change the language to that, language settings. Good, and this can really be approximately, this doesn't really have to be too round, too perfect. Again, we could, the good thing is if we could do it, that's the thing. We could do it, then it's okay. If we couldn't do it, we should really practice doing it. But we could give it more detail, no problems at all. So everything what is difficult, let's say what is interesting to us and what is difficult, we should actually try here and there from time to time. Not all the time, we shouldn't force ourselves to do it perfectly, because if you just, that's also, I mean, that balance is important between try to get a good result, don't overdo it, don't be too lazy. It's pretty tough a little bit in terms of that's not easy to decide what you should do, but the balance is what is important. It's like with everything else in life. It's not, there's no simple solution to how you learn stuff. It's really the balance is important. Good, this one we make black. And then I wonder, let me just give it this crap. This one, that one. So a new material, whatever. New material, because we need metallic, we need it here, and maybe darker, too dark, rougher, yeah, and the whole thing needs to be a little bit deeper inside the thing. Maybe like that, that's fine. Good. Okay. And oh, I just realized something. This is completely nonsense. What could we do? What could we do? Extrude, getting this guy inside. Yeah. And okay. So that this guy is missing. Yeah, see, it'll become the thing. The thing. The thing. So this is a little bit too tiny, maybe. Yeah, it has to be closer to those guys. This one should actually be, maybe we can use this one here for that. What else do we have to offer here? This one maybe? Ooh, perfect. Let's use that. Yeah, metallic stuff you can later on, you know, see some noise and stuff, and then you have like a cool, like a good metallic looking like thing, but getting a little bit tired of saying it. Detail. So, maybe instead of insert this thing, maybe just giving it a different color. Oh yeah, it's not so bad. Could be better. It could always be better. It could always be better. Okay. So, see. Shall we give the thing more, a little bit of noise? Here we only change this one here. This one needs his own material. Let's just see, we could actually use that one and see how this works. Yeah, let's just use that here. Copy. For some reason, this sometimes doesn't work with Control C, so it's always better to, in the notes, to copy the notes like in this way. I figured. Again, this is the what did I just do? Maybe I have to select those guys and metallic and cube things. Ooh, that looks funny. More roughness. Maybe we can also make this more. Give it a slightly different color. Yeah. So let's see. Oh no, this usually doesn't go into the. This is not a bump. Nonsense. It goes into the roughness. I just realized. Remembered it. Yeah. So we can make it actually. I'm just using here a noise texture I created in GIMP. Just noise. You can always just paint something. It's gonna be okay. In GIMP, like some clouds here and there. And this is your noise. Then you filter it with an oil filter and use that as a noise texture. That's okay. But because it's roughness, I forgot it's in the roughness, so it should be a little bit rough. So this is also a thing I'm still experimenting with this stuff. The color doesn't matter. It only matters the black or dark in this case. It's not connected to the color, but I can make this also a little bit tiny. So you see, it's a little bit reflects a little bit in this. It looks a little bit dirty, but it's also not that dirty usually. And we could actually make it better. And in this case, sometimes I really start to believe. So making textures for those individual things, it's probably benefiting a lot. You're gonna benefit a lot. But at the same time, just practicing here and there. This looks also interesting. Looks like a. See, it gives this kind of thing such a metallic looking like they are sometimes looked from the productions, right? Yeah. I wonder how it looks when we combine this with a bump. Bump node, so this color goes into height. Interesting. Funny. Decrease this a little bit. Looks like almost like a high value thing. Oh, this is a gamer. Wait, has to be golden. This is a gamer asset now. Asset, not asset. For only the best gamers. Yeah, gamer. Taking themselves a little bit too seriously, if you ask me. But whatever. I mean, I'm a gamer too, but the end of the day, it's just a game. Sometimes you play good, sometimes you don't. That's what it is. That's what it is. So Yeah, but stuff like this, you know, because I think because we squeezed it down so much, I mean here, I'm not sure if how this affects the performance. I don't think it's good for the performance, to be honest. That's too much. The third one is probably not needed sometimes, but it's helpful. I mean, this guy. You can, you know, add more colors. Sometimes it's good when you want to do different stuff, or get rid of those things. Yeah, see, this is really playing around here. Never seen a back like this, actually, to be honest. Just get rid of that and see how this works. Yeah. Actually barely visible. Let's just use 2. I drive myself a little bit crazy right now. Yeah, let's copy those values. Let's make 10 again, and 10, 10. Oh la la! Now we have stone. Great. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. Sometimes hard to make a decision. Okay, you know what? Let's maybe let's get rid of the whole thing here. It's not necessary. We can do that, and you know, the thing is, I was also thinking about my spaceship. Like I said, on the weekend I created a nice bump effect, so you can actually, if you want to put more details into that, we could take this thingy out and then make in another Blender file and some good details here and there, and we could actually use them in a very efficient way. I don't want to do it in the video here because I really want to get to the end, but it's probably something I'm gonna do offline then. But just maybe we can combine other stuff here, like this one here. Yeah, let's use the old one and put some more details into here. This doesn't work. So bump is missing. Do we need bump? Yeah, color bump. So yeah, here we go. So I know it looks weird, no problem. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me just load a different picture. So we're gonna try this one here. This is a different effect, different picture. This one maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could spend some money. You know what? Okay, let's just ignore that. This is something I'm gonna do maybe when I'm you know, putting some more details offline on this thing. Yeah, guys, I think this is I'm thinking about is it as a practice video? Yeah, I would say so, because to be honest, right now so many people, I mean, I think no one has really watched that so far, which is okay. Didn't really expect that anyone would, especially in this short time. It would have been nice, but that's what it is. So I think I'm gonna leave this like that, this practice video. We can maybe render this in cycle again for you. And I mean, it's for sure not the last tower I created, so more practice videos could come about the tutorial. Maybe, yeah, the tutorial is a thing. Right now, honestly, I was thinking about it, although I would do it, it's not worth doing it, because again, if no one is watching that, it's a lot of effort and not working out. Well, let's just say we see in the future about that. Yeah, that's a good thing. We'll see in the future. Technically, there was no end to that. What we also could do is, right now my second PC is at my mom's house, but I was thinking maybe opening my second PC. What did I say? My right PC? Anyway, what I try to say is, if I ever have my second PC, when I have my second PC back, I would have a very good reference, and then we could create actually everything, you know, from graphic cards until CPU and such. So that could be interesting for the future. But now I have a good enough object, you know, for my little animation I have in mind the whole time, and that we can, yeah, that's basically it. That's what I try to say. Also, we can change the color here a little bit. Yeah. We just see. Why can I not select my guy? I can. Yeah. I can. So let me just see what I want to share this one. I'm gonna assign to that one. Or we can get rid of this one here. With so. Yeah. Okay. I thought that this guy looks better. In white. And see, this is what I meant here. So this, like this one here. I mean, here's the thing. If there's anyone wants to see a little bit more modeling on this guy, well, it's always possible. Let's just say it in that way. Because the save file is PC Tower 5. And from here we can always change. Even if I change it afterwards offline, we can always, you know, continue modeling here. But I'm actually, right now I'm happy. I'm still modeling my ship, Kim. I do not know which version. And then I have, for my Let's Play channel, some different ideas. So Blender wise, always find something to do. But let me just optimize this here with you together a little bit, just for fun. We don't even change the color here. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Then let's make the Lucas ego red. Because it's good for, you know, it harmonizes. This is a word, or do I just make words up? Again, think about that I'm, you know, today is a really hard day for me to speak. Not that I don't want to, you know, I'm happy that I can do that, but when I have headaches or I'm tired, I'm not sure if it is worse, but it feels worse. That's the problem then. Speaking, I mean, speaking. So, yeah, not so bad, huh? In white. Also, we can now actually, I think this is the open side. Oh, this is also weird. It happens sometimes. I think it's the 5, yeah. You can change the perspective. I don't know what that is good for. Maybe to be further away from stuff. If you're ever in this weird view and you think, what the heck is going on? It's you at first you don't even realize you just realize something is off. The view is off in this case, to me at least. You have to press the numpad 5 key. You have to press the 5 key on the numpad. That changes the perspective, which is yeah. You can be extremely irritated. I was definitely. Yeah, so we can change this one here. Save. Let's just make a copy in case I don't want to. I only have a backup. I mean, good. So. Do I need to do that? I'm not sure if I wanna do that. Oh, let's just say we're gonna just change the material. Yeah, problem solved. Now when we go into this perspective, you can see it kind of looks. Yeah, I mean there's still the main, but it's missing right and stuff. So, and also this the rim here irritates too. But no, I'm leaving it because maybe I'm gonna maybe I like it. Just I don't want to change it for sure. So I'm only changing the material properties. Yeah, I know it looks like that. So I think that's okay. Yeah, guys. Okay, well, I think that's the end of this practice modeling PC tower. If anyone have seen that so far and is now at sleep, then congratulations. We'll see us in the future. There will be different projects, that's for sure, all the time, non-stop. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. We'll see you soon. Bye bye. Auf Wiedersehen.